Now that we've looked at graphs of equations, let's talk about a very specific type, a line. So when discussing a line, one of the first things we want to know is how steep the line is. And this is known as slope, which is, a lot of people know, rise over run. So if I have some kind of line, the rise is how far up it goes, and the run is how far over it goes. Whenever we're dealing with the real world, we often see this called pitch or grade. And in math, we want to be able to actually find this using a formula. So let's suppose that we know 2 points on the line, and this can be any 2 points. We'll call them x1, y1, and x2, y2. So the amount that this goes up is y2 minus y1, and the amount it goes over will be x2 minus x1. So this is our formula for slope, which is often denoted by the letter m. And if our line is vertical, then the slope will be undefined. So let's look at a few examples of calculating this. The points 3, 2, and 4, 7. So we'll call the first one x1, y1, and the second one x2, y2. So our formula says y2, which is 7, minus y1, which is 2, over x2, 4, minus x1, 3. 7 minus 2 is 5, and 4 minus 3 is 1, so for this particular problem, my slope would be 5. My next example, -2, 1, and 3, -4. Well, to do my slope, I have y2, which is -4, minus y1, which is 1, over x2, which is 3, minus x1, which is -2. So -4 minus 1 is -5, and 3 minus -2 is also 5. So here my slope is -1. 3, 5, and 3, 7. So this time I would have y2, which is 7, minus y1, which is 5, over x2, which is 3, minus x1, which is 3. And that gives me 2 divided by 0. And we know that we can't divide by 0. So this is the situation where the slope is undefined. If we actually graph this line, it is a vertical line. For our last one, 4, 1, and 2, -1. This time I would have y2, which is 1, minus y1, which is 1, over x2, -2, minus x1, 4. So on the top I have a 0, and on the bottom I have -6. And 0 divided by anything is 0. So this has a slope of 0, which is actually a horizontal line. So now that we've looked at slope, we want to be able to get the equation of a line. And we can do this given 2 pieces of information, the slope and a single point. This is called point-slope equation of a line, y minus y1 equal to m, x minus x1. M is the slope, and x1, y1 is the point that we have. So, as an example, if we know the line passes through -6, 5 with a slope of 1/3, then I could do y minus y1, which is 5, is equal to my slope, 1/3, times x minus x1, which is -6. Simplifying, I have y minus 5 equal to 1/3 x, and the 2 negatives here make a positive, and 1/3 times 6 is 2. It's customary to make this y equal to something, so I'm going to add 5 to both sides to get y equal to 1/3 x plus 7. And so now I have the full equation of the line. What if all we know is that the line passes through 2 points, 3, 8, and -2, -2? We can still use our point-slope equation because we know how to find slope. That's going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. -2 minus 8 is -10, and -2 minus 3 is -5, which gives me a slope of 2. I now have y minus y1 is equal to my slope times x minus x1, 3. So y minus 8 is 2x minus 6. And once again, it's customary to write this as y equal to something. So I'm going to add 8 to both sides to get 2x plus 2. And in this particular example, when I needed a point, I used the point 38. We would have got the same answer if we used the point -2 as well. The other form of a line that we have is called slope-intercept form. And it's this y equal to mx plus b. So m is the slope, and the point 0, b is the y-intercept. So as an example, if we know that a line has a slope of -2 and a y-intercept of 3, I can write the equation as y equal to slope times x plus the y-intercept, y equal to -2x plus 3. For my last example, let's suppose I have this equation of a line, 4x minus 2y equal to 5. In general, we like to have these as y equal to, so I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides. On the left, I have -2y. On the right, -4x plus 5. I'm then going to divide everything by -2. So on the left, I have y. On the right, -4 divided by -2 is 2x, and then -5 over 2. So my slope here is 2. And my y-intercept is going to be -5 over 2.